Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Russell, AmbeRussell. Make sure you guys subscribe at the top, thumbs up the video, and leave a comment at the bottom. Tell me what you guys think. So make sure you guys take the time and leave a comment at the bottom. Watch past videos and watch this one, of course. So the other day I was on the internet about a week ago or so, and I was reading this article on a website, and they were saying that Jay-Z actually asked Rihanna to take a break. Now, the reason why they said he wanted her to take a break was so that he could allow his wife, Beyonce, or rather, Beyonce could, have herself shining back in the spotlight. And now, that's going to take a break because he sees how hot Rihanna is right now and how much her perfume is getting sold. My mom even says she likes the perfume smell. There's people, her perfume smell is very diverse for a wide variety of women, something I did not expect for Rihanna to do. Actually, I smelled it at Macy's. That's why they had a little car thing. I had to walk through the perfume aisle. But anyways, her singles are doing hot, better than ever. They're number one. She has 2 number ones right now. This is one of her fastest selling albums. It's doing better than Rated R did. She's just unstoppable right now, and she's a girl to beat. And so Jay-Z, of course, doesn't want any competition for his wife. So he acts as, almost his prodigy, almost. That's what Rihanna's to him. And asked her to take a break, to slow down, and let Beyonce, have her shine back in the spotlight. Now, I was kind of iffy about this because, though they're not the same record label anymore, Jay-Z being on Rock Nation and Rihanna still being on Def Jam, it just seemed kind of weird. Why would he ask her to do that when he knows that he wants her to, be successful? I mean, if he really didn't want her to be successful, why would he, have her out for 3 albums, until she finally got her good, good girl going bad, streak. Why didn't he drop her after the first album? So that kind of seemed kind of fishy to me, And so I read another article like a day later or so, and they just said that being that she was sick and she was doing all these concerts in Australia for her Rated R, album supporting it, and how she was doing all these concerts and interviews and stuff for the past few weeks ago, that she would, and also that the fact of her being sick, they were saying that he wanted her to take a break to relax. And now that seems more reasonable of a reason than for Beyonce to be jealous. Because, I mean, even if Rihanna were to, take a break, it wouldn't change the fact that Lady Gaga and Britney Spears are still out, Also, it wouldn't change the fact that Rihanna's album is also almost 6 months old. So whoever wanted to get it, they probably already gotten it. Rihanna's out of the spotlight already as it is. And, even if she released 20 more singles, they're not going to be as good as Only Girl in the World and What's My Name, because, everyone already knows those songs by now. So the reasonings for Beyonce being jealous or whatever isn't a sufficient enough reason for me to think that that first article was true. And also they were saying that Rihanna's the queen of R&B right now, and that she's the it girl. I mean, yes, Rihanna is the it girl right now as a black musician, but technically she's not even R&B at all. I mean, name one song that she's made as R&B. 1 second. So I was just, on Google right now looking up the where her songs are placing right now, and none of her songs are really doing well on the R&B charts. Only What's My Name, which only reached number 2, not number 1. It reached number 1 obviously on Billboard, but not on the R&B charts. So for people to say that she's the queen of R&B, it's like she's not even doing R&B music. The R&B stations aren't considering her music R&B before it even get played. But now it's weird that artists who are, just because they're black, they're getting played on, some of them are getting played on, the urban stations when their music isn't urban at all. Such artists like Chris Brown, Usher, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Michelle Williams, Anne-Marie, Rihanna, Pretty Ricky, Khalees, Neo, Maya, Black Eyed Peas, and just to name a few, are some artists who start off with the R&B route, and they venture out to do pop music. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but when your base was always, R&B, and that's what you grew up. So we grew some of them for decades. Usher being one of those artists who started out in the 90s, and we listened to their music and we never got that R&B feeling. We always felt them as ours, and for them to switch on us, for people who are fans of them not because of their dance songs or just because of this kind of music they're doing, but who are fans of them since, their debut album, and for them to switch up on us and say, hey, hear me, this is me now, I'm doing this dance electronica music, it's unfair to us as a fan, as fans of music, as fans of theirs, as fans of R&B music as a general. It seems as though the music is dying right now, the genre itself. MTV just cut the R&B Video Music Awards, the category from out their award show. I mean, it's been cut out for the past, 3 or so years. But when you got nothing else to turn to, and you only got these few artists left, it's almost as though it's kind of sad to see them move on and go to a new genre and not even look back at what they used to do. Like, for instance, Usher is saying he wants to make pop revolution or something like that. And so I'm thinking what he's trying to say is that he's going to make songs basically like OMG and the song More and, stuff like that. But when I grew up listening to Usher, that's not the artist that I came to like to listen to. He was a R&B Bobby Brown sounding, well, not sounding obviously, but Bobby Brown type artist, with the same idea as Bobby Brown as a musician and a singer. Even though he does say Michael Jackson a lot of these people do say Michael Jackson. One thing I got to point out is that a lot of these singers, Chris Brown and Omarion and Usher and many of them just like that, all credit Michael Jackson for being, their biggest idol. But when you look at their live stage performances, listen to the songs that they make, they're more of a Bobby Brown type musician. Bobby Brown grind on the stage, not Michael. Bobby Brown made sexual songs, not Michael. Michael had sexual innuendos in them, or it was a song that could refer to sex, but wasn't as hardcore, straight to the point as Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown was sleeping around with women like crazy and throwing his money away like that. Not Michael Jackson, not in the same fashion as these guys are right now. And so, just off that, it seems as though they always want to be more pop than they do with the R&B, just off the bat, by saying Michael Jackson versus Bobby Brown. Anyways, it's just sad to see that the genre is dying. We have very few artists left making, R&B music. If these musicians are so powerful and so popular and so loved and so talented, they should be able to do any kind of genre and not conform and do what other people are doing just to stay relevant, if they're so, great and talented as their fans claim to them to be. They shouldn't have to jump on every single bandwagon and do what other people are doing just to stay relevant. It's sad to see that a lot of the black artists are going and doing the electro pop music, and artists that were doing pop music and had a little bit of R&B flair are trying to do more R&B music. For instance, I was watching something about Jesse McCartney. He was a Disney Channel star, singer. Never was on Disney Channel with his own TV show, but his songs appeared in a lot of Disney movies. And so he said that he would like to do more R&B type music, and his last album was very R&B influenced, heavily influenced. He had Ludacris on the song. I think he had T-Pain on the song, I'm not sure. Backstreet Boys as well. They're more adult contemporary, but their last album had a lot of R&B flair and a lot of influence from the R&B sound on it. And it's just sad that we have these white musicians who will rather make R&B music, and the black artists aren't even trying to stay with their own genre that they started off with. Now, I gotta say, I'm happy that Chris Brown is actually still, having half his album be R&B, half his album be, pop, electro, dance, whatever. But fans who love you for your R&B side, it's unfair to them that they aren't getting that from you. Now, other news in music, if you guys are a fan of the Pussycat Dolls, you could go try out over in California. They're holding auditions, I'm not sure, I think in March. Robin Anson, the lady who created the whole Pussycat Doll brand, she's holding auditions for New Girls, if you really want to get paid a salary wage, be put in the background, or maybe you could get the lead singer part, because they're saying that Nicole Scherzinger is not coming back to the group. So, hey, if you could dance, sing, and you're pretty, go try out. But if you want to make money and be an artist, don't try out, because that's what the whole group is. The Pussycat Dolls, if you ever noticed, only one person sings. I was watching. So if you want to be in that shady type of group and that shady type of feeling, and have your microphone cut off every 5 seconds so you can't talk when you're at a concert, and have the other microphone always on the one girl, go right ahead and join. That's why all the other girls quit the group. They realized that they were getting no shine. They're not able to show off their talent at all, and it's just sad that's what a group is considered right now in today's day and age. And also about the salary wage, I was reading that in South by Southwest, that's a big conference with the music industry. Interscope record label said that this is one of the first ever groups that are paid salary. So that means they only get paid like by the hour. I'm guessing like minimum wage or whatever. And they only get paid for their work. They don't get paid for songs or merchandise or ticket sales or anything. They only get paid for what they do, and that's it. So let's say unless they write the song, but normal artists, they get paid for doing concerts and all that stuff. Interscope gets that money. So if you want to be in that kind of shady environment, you might as well sign with Diddy. That's all I gotta say. Be part of Bad Boy. Don't even be with Interscope. Stay with Bad Boy, And other news, AT&T and T-Mobile are combining forces to make one mega cell phone company. The good news is if you are T-Mobile, you could upgrade to get an iPhone. There are going to be twice as many towers, so you get just as good service, or if not better. Couple of problems with this though. Prices are going to go up. There's no more unlimited on AT&T. If you're a new subscriber to T-Mobile or AT&T, I believe that they're not going to be able to get your unlimited minutes that T-Mobile offers. The prices are going to go up. With the fewer, cell phone companies, that means that there's going to be a higher monopoly on this whole cell phone idea. And what that means is that when there's less people to compete with, that means why you're going to lower your prices. For instance, if Walmart and Target are both selling the same product, one's probably going to sell lower than the other one so that more people can go get it, and they make a higher earning off of it. Then let's say they're selling 2 bags of potato chips. I'd rather sell it for 25 cents than 30 cents, lose a little bit of money, but you won't make up that 5 cents that you lost, but you end up making more money because more people are going to buy it for 25 cents rather than 30 cents. Then it's the same thing. If there's no more Target, Walmart could raise the prices to make that 25-cent bag of chips and make it $3, because who else are you going to get your bag of chips from if there's no more other stores? Same thing with cell phones. There'll be a monopoly over the cell phone industry, and that means the price will go up. Also, another negative is that, there's really no other negative besides the fact that the price will go up, really. You could look more into it. Hopefully, other two could stay in their lane and keep up with and not join forces, but stay individuals so that prices don't go up too much. And lastly, I was reading an article online, another one, about Lady Gaga versus Beyonce. Beyonce's mad at Lady Gaga for the egg incident at the Grammys, said that she's being selfish, and it was tacky of her to take the shine from off of other artists and musicians who worked so hard throughout the year to be awarded and be acknowledged at the Grammys, to take all the attention off of them and put it on herself. It's funny that she would say that, being that she was in the group and everyone else had one line throughout the whole entire album, and she got the whole song. I mean, for her to say that, it's kind of selfish of her when she was in Destiny's Child for like the first 2 albums or so. Also selfish was how she was always in the middle, always talk, told them to be quiet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Also, I was watching her video with, when she was a housewife, and I was showing my mom the video, and she was like, that's kind of tacky how she's showing off her awards that she won the 16 Grammys. and you think about it, it is tacky. You know, you don't go to someone's house and that's not the first thing they show you. They don't say, oh, look at this, this is all my accomplishments. People don't go around saying, oh, look at my 6 rings I have on my finger, Michael Jordan. He doesn't do that. You know, when you are a star or someone with a higher figure or someone who accomplished a lot, you don't go around bragging about it. That's not how you carry yourself. That is tacky. So for her to say that about Lady Gaga, it's kind of the pot calling the kettle black, you know? Anyways, some of you guys think about Rihanna. Do you guys think she's R&B? Do you guys think that R&B music will come back in the next few years? Or you think that's going to be about Monica, you know, Jill Scott type singers out there, and the rest going to be all electronica type pop music? Oh, big news. They're saying that Mariah Carey and L.A. Reid are both signing on to be judges on Sam McHale's X Factor. That's a big good look. A good look for her to be on X Factor because so many people are watching it, or it has such big hopes for it, and so many people are watching it. So some of you guys think it's a good look for Mariah to go X Factor and go back to the original record company. I think R&B music is gonna last. And so you guys think about Beyonce versus Lady Gaga and the Pussycat Dolls.